Sociology is really important to me because it changed the way I viewed the world.
One of the easiest things for anyone to do is to trick themselves into thinking that what they believe is the truth.
Sociology is important for me because it opens my eyes.
It was understanding certain things that I had been through in my past, and understanding that, wow, this subject has helped me to explain why some of that stuff has happened.
And it's not just challenging the world out there, it's also challenging inside of me.
I remember kind of clicking onto the 6 o'clock news and not really understanding what was being spoken about, but feeling a lot of fear.
It changes the way you frame society.
Coming into sociology and starting my BA, I started to realise, the backstories behind these issues and how, these issues are affecting individuals within our societies.
Aotearoa has its own host of its own assemblage of social issues and social divisions.
It relates to everyone, whether you're rich, poor, or gender, age, all that, it relates to everyone.
Especially as a young person, you're so heavily influenced by society and social structures and your friends and what everyone's wearing and just things like that, and I think it's really cool to be able to look at that in a deeper way.
We have a growing class divide.
It's incredible to see the wealth disparity throughout our country, and walking down Queen Street and seeing a homeless person sitting across the road from Dior is really powerful, and understanding that that's not just on the homeless person, it's now it's a reflection of the class structures we have.
It allows us to look beyond our individual experiences to understand how the world influences and affects us and how we influence and affect others, and I think it's also important because it allows us to critically examine those things and then come up with solutions for how to make the world a better, more equal, healthier place.
Another thing about sociology for me is it allows me to better understand the difference we have with other people.
It's also about accepting other cultures and races around us. We live in such a multicultural society.
If I look at Auckland is such a diverse place.
It's really important to see how different groups are affected in different ways, especially minority groups being half caste, Samoan and Kiwi. I kind of understand that as well.
Māori and sociology together for me allows me to analyse the structure of capitalism.
If you're living in this society, you have to interact with others and you have to better understand the society in order to live a better life.
Before I studied sociology, I thought I had the egalitarian myth that New Zealand was a nice place and everyone's equal and it's green and things like that.
I thought, everyone should work hard, and if everyone works hard then they'll have a good life. Some people are just lazy. Why do we need social policy to help people?
We are beginning to see the rebirth of noxious forces in society such as racial prejudice and misogyny.
There's some not nice things that definitely happen all the time, whether it's violence, whether it's racism, those sexism, those kind of things, that help me understand that New Zealand isn't as equal as I thought it was, and that we can do something about it.
I always saw gender inequalities and race inequalities around me, but I didn't really know how to understand it, and sociology helped me understand it, and it helped me see the systemic ways in which inequalities persist.
I understand how hard it must be for the Indigenous people in New Zealand.
It's about the past shaping the future.
Their language being taken away from them.
It's especially important for me to critique colonisation and capitalism.
But I think land law is based on a very European way of looking at the world, and the assumption is that is the correct way of looking at it.
And that social policy and social perspective helps to try and make that system less rigged and try and make it more equal, so that everyone does have the opportunity to be able to start on the same playing field, which is not currently what happens.
When you look at a social policy, you can easily identify from a sociology mindset, certain aspects that affect people, and you can analyse that because it's a skill that you learn in sociology.
And this is why sociology is important, because it's we because we strive to have an identity in this society. However, because of the inequalities that we are surrounded with, they become an obstacle.
Sociology is important because it gives a voice to those who may not be the strongest or have the most power in society.
Together we can collectively emancipate and strive for positive social change.
But sociology always points you back to what works, what doesn't work, and hey, instead of thinking what's true, how can we see things in the best light?
I think that's why I'm passionate about sociology, is the fact that it's a lens, not only a lens but a tool which you can use to help make people aware of the injustices that are happening within your community, within your country.
It's important to understand how you can use your power in an effective way.
In order to be a good citizen, we need to be an informed citizen, and that's what sociology teaches you to do.